All right, so ready to jump into the exciting world of interior design.
Always.
Today, we're doing a deep dive on how to totally ace an interior planner interview.
Sounds like a plan.
And we're going way beyond the usual generic advice.
Oh, for sure.
We're going to be using real interview questions taken straight from RoleCatcher.
Ooh, nice.
They've got this amazing platform to help people, land their dream jobs.
Yeah.
And we're super lucky to be using their resources for this deep dive.
Lucky us.
Indeed.
Before we get to those interview questions,
Okay.
let's kind of set the stage.
All right.
What exactly does an interior planner do?
Yeah, good question.
Luckily, RoleCatcher's Career Guide gives us a great overview, and it's clear that interior planners, they're kind of this unique blend of creativity and practicality.
Absolutely.
You know?
It's not just about picking pretty colors and fabrics.
Right,
You're
yeah.
solving real problems,
Yeah.
like how to use space well.
Yeah.
You got to work with clients, understand their needs, their lifestyles, and then turn their vision into a space that's both functional and beautiful.
So true. So
Think
true.
homes, offices, restaurants.
Yeah.
It's a really diverse field.
I love that.
Yeah.
And the guide also mentioned that some of the hot trends in the field right now.
Ooh, tell me more.
Okay, so we're talking sustainability, multifunctional spaces, tech integration.
Wow, keeping it current,
Yeah, it's not just designing a room anymore.
right?
You're designing an experience for the people who use it.
Exactly. And that's what makes it so exciting.
And here's the even more exciting part, at least for our listeners.
Okay.
The job outlook for interior planners is super positive.
That's always good to hear.
Yeah, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, they're projecting like a 4% growth
Wow.
in this field over the next decade.
So there's a real demand.
There is, yeah, big demand for skilled professionals.
Yeah.
So, if you're considering this career path, it's good news.
Good to know.
All right, so we know the demand is there.
Yeah.
We know the work is dynamic.
Now let's talk about how to ace that interview.
Okay, let's do it.
RoleCatcher's interview guide
All right.
gives us 9 common questions.
9.
9 common questions that we're going to break down one by one.
You ready?
Ready to get strategic.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Okay, so the first one.
Hit me.
How do you ensure that your designs meet the needs and preferences of your clients?
Yeah.
Sounds simple enough.
Yeah, at first glance.
But I have a feeling there's more to it than just saying, I listen to my clients.
Yeah, definitely more to it than that.
What's the interviewer really trying to find out here?
They want to know how you approach clients. They're looking beyond the surface.
Yeah.
They want to see if you have a client-centric approach.
Got it.
Can you gather information, translate what they want, even if they don't always know how to say it, into design choices that really work,
Okay.
and make sure that the final result is something the client loves.
So it's about more than just listening. It's about understanding
Exactly.
how do we structure an answer that really hits the mark.
Well, think about your process.
Okay.
How do you handle that first client meeting?
Right.
What questions do you ask?
Yeah.
Do you really listen? Do you look at their space, ask about their Pinterest boards, maybe?
That's a good idea.
Then you explain how you take all that and create a design concept that meets their needs, reflects their style, and, makes the most of the space.
So it's showing that you're collaborating with them,
Yeah.
not just imposing your own style.
Exactly.
And you know what? This is where RoleCatcher's AI can be so helpful.
Oh, yeah. Tell me more.
They have this feature that helps you tailor your answers for specific job roles.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's like, imagine getting feedback on your answer for this exact question before you even walk into the interview.
That would be amazing.
Right. It analyzes your responses and suggests industry keywords to use.
So you're speaking their language.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, back to the question. What are some pitfalls we should avoid when answering this one?
Don't just give generic answers, I'm a good listener.
Right.
Or just list your software skills. This is about showing you can connect with clients.
Yeah.
Remember, you're designing for people, not just spaces.
It's almost like being a design therapist.
Haha, yeah, kinda.
Okay, question number 2.
Let's hear it.
What is your experience working with architectural drawings and blueprints?
Ooh, getting technical now.
A little bit.
Okay.
This one seems to be about your technical competence.
Definitely. Yeah.
Can you speak the language of architecture?
Right?
Can you read those blueprints? Understand how your designs fit into the whole building?
Yeah, it's about making sure your vision works in the real world.
Yeah.
And that you can collaborate with, architects and contractors.
So it's not enough to just say, yeah, I've worked with blueprints before.
Nope. not at all.
What kind of details would really impress them?
Be specific. Talk about the types of drawings you've used. Floor plans, elevations, sections, details, the whole shebang.
I see.
And mention the software you're good at.
Ah.
AutoCAD, Revit, SketchUp.
Okay.
Those are the big ones.
Yeah.
And don't forget building codes and regulations.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Shows you're thinking about safety and stuff.
So it's about showing you pay attention to detail.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is what makes a good designer.
100%. All right, this next question.
Okay.
It's about staying current.
Love it.
How do you stay up to date with the latest interior design trends and industry developments?
Classic.
Right. It's the classic continuous learning question.
Everyone says they're a lifelong learner.
Yeah.
But how do you actually prove it in an interview?
What would really impress them?
Show them you're actively engaged in the design world.
Okay.
Not just, passively scrolling through Instagram.
So, what kind of tangible examples?
Well, what resources do you use?
Do you subscribe to magazines like Interior Design or Architectural Digest?
Mm-hmm.
Do you follow any design blogs, maybe?
Yeah.
Or listen to podcasts?
Ooh, like this one.
Exactly. Mentioning specific sources shows you're genuinely interested.
Shows you're in the know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And don't forget about conferences and trade shows.
Oh, yeah, those are great.
Things like NeoCon or the International Contemporary Furniture Fair.
Yeah.
They're fantastic for networking and seeing what's new.
So it's all about being part of the conversation, not just an observer.
That's it.
And if you're serious about professional development, joining organizations like ACID or ID
Oh, yeah, those are great.
can really make a difference.
Totally agree.
Okay, question number 4 takes us into project management land.
All right, hit me.
How do you manage multiple projects and deadlines simultaneously?
That's the question, isn't it?
Right.
Everyone's juggling so much these days.
Yeah, this one's always a challenge, even for, the most organized person. So it's not just about juggling tasks.
Yeah.
It's about showing that you can prioritize,
Yes.
stay organized, meet deadlines,
Yeah.
all without sacrificing quality.
The Holy Grail.
Right. So think about the systems you have in place.
Okay.
Do you use project management software
Oh, yeah. Those can be lifesavers.
like Asana or Trello?
Those are good ones.
Yeah, they help keep track of deadlines, deliverables, but it's also about the mental game.
Absolutely.
Like, how do you approach prioritizing tasks? How do you break down big projects into smaller, more manageable chunks?
Walk them through your process.
Okay.
Do you have a system for figuring out what's urgent and important?
Right.
Do you create timelines?
Yeah.
Use visuals to map out your workflow?
That's smart.
The goal is to show them you have a strategic approach to managing your workload,
Even when things get crazy.
especially when things get crazy.
And we can't forget about communication,
Oh, that's key.
keeping clients and team members in the loop,
Yeah.
about project progress.
Absolutely.
That's crucial to avoid those misunderstandings.
Yeah, and to keep things running smoothly.
Exactly.
So how do you keep those channels open?
Right. Good point.
Do you schedule regular check-ins, send progress reports,
Yeah.
proactively address any potential delays?
Yeah, that proactive communication is key.
That's a huge asset.
And you know what else is a huge asset?
What's that?
RoleCatcher's AI feedback system.
Oh, right.
Imagine being able to practice your answer to this question and then get personalized feedback on how you delivered it.
Wow.
And even refine your content based on the specific job.
That's incredible.
It's like having a virtual mentor.
Yeah, like a personal coach.
Okay, question number 5 taps into a really important topic.
Okay, let's hear it.
How do you incorporate sustainability into your designs?
This is big.
It is.
It's not just a trend anymore. It's a must-have.
Yeah, this question goes beyond just knowing the buzzwords. It's about showing a genuine commitment to creating spaces that are, not just beautiful and functional, but also environmentally responsible.
Right, and being able to talk about it with clients.
Yeah, even if they don't have the same values.
Yeah, exactly.
So where do we even begin with this one?
All right, let's break it down.
What are some concrete examples of sustainable practices we can highlight?
Think about the whole design process.
Okay.
From the materials you choose to how you save energy and reduce waste.
Right.
Do you prioritize recycled materials?
Yeah.
What about energy-efficient appliances and lighting?
Good one.
Do you use passive design strategies like natural ventilation or daylighting?
Oh, those are smart.
These are things that can make a real difference.
Yeah, and don't forget about sourcing locally.
Oh, absolutely.
Using local suppliers cuts down on transportation emissions, and it supports the local economy.
It's a win-win.
It is. It is. And you can also mention certifications.
Oh, yeah. Those are good.
Like a LEED Green Associate or WELL AP.
Yeah, those show you know your stuff.
It's like a sustainability badge of honor.
Exactly.
And speaking of things clients might find impressive.
All right, what's next?
Let's talk about question number 6. How do you handle a client who has a different design aesthetic than your own?
Oh, that's a good one.
This one's all about collaboration and compromise.
Definitely.
Can you balance your expertise with their vision, even if those visions don't totally align?
It's a delicate dance.
It is. It is.
But it's an important one.
So how do we strike that balance?
Start by emphasizing active listening.
Okay.
And respectful communication. Explain how you'd really take the time to understand the client's preferences, their lifestyle, the feeling they want to create.
Right.
You might ask them to share images they like.
Yeah, good idea.
Or visit their current home to see their existing style.
Like a design detective.
Exactly.
So once you understand their aesthetic, then you can start presenting your ideas in a way that respects their preferences.
Right.
But also aligns with your professional knowledge.
It's about finding common ground.
Yes.
Creating a design that feels authentic to both of you.
I think it's also important to highlight your ability to educate the client.
Oh, for sure.
Explain your choices.
Yeah, sometimes a little education goes a long way.
Right. Sometimes they just need a little guidance.
Exactly.
Okay, we're making great progress here.
I'm loving this.
Let's tackle question number 7.
Okay, bring it on.
How do you manage client expectations throughout the design process?
This is a big one.
It is. It is.
And potentially tricky.
Yeah, because design projects can be full of surprises.
Oh, yeah. There are always unexpected challenges.
Right. Budget changes, delays.
It comes with the territory.
All those things can really throw a wrench in the works.
For sure.
So this question is about showing that you can set realistic expectations from the start.
Absolutely.
Communicate clearly and, navigate those inevitable bumps in the road.
Gracefully and professionally.
Exactly.
It's all about being prepared and adaptable.
So how do we reassure the interviewer that we can handle the pressure?
Good question.
What are some concrete steps we can take to manage client expectations well?
Well, transparency is key. It starts with that first consultation. Make sure you're both on the same page about the project scope, the budget, the timeline.
Right.
Don't be afraid to get into the details.
Okay.
What are their must-haves? What are their deal breakers?
That's smart.
The more you understand their expectations up front, the better you can manage them as you go along.
It's like creating a design roadmap together.
Exactly.
So you know where you're going and what to expect.
Yeah, it makes the journey a lot smoother.
But what about those unexpected detours?
Yes, those are inevitable.
Right. Like, what do you do when things don't go according to plan? Like a material back order or a construction delay?
Communication is your best friend in those situations. Don't try to hide problems or hope the client won't notice.
Right.
Be upfront and honest.
Yeah.
Explain the situation, offer solutions, and keep them informed every step of the way.
Yeah, that open communication builds trust.
It does.
And it shows that you're on top of things.
Exactly.
And I think a little empathy goes a long way, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Acknowledge their frustration, validate their concerns, reassure them that you're working to find the best solution.
It's about being a partner, not just a service provider.
Like that.
Yeah, you're in this together.
Okay. Ready for the next question?
Hit me with it.
This one might not apply to everyone, but it's worth thinking about.
Okay.
What is your experience managing a team of designers and contractors?
The leadership question.
Right. So it's not just about creating beautiful designs.
Yeah.
It's about inspiring and managing a team to bring those designs to life.
That's right.
And even if you haven't had a formal management position, you've probably had experiences where you collaborated with others on projects.
Oh, for sure.
Think about those group projects in school
Yeah.
or volunteer experiences where you had to, coordinate tasks.
Right.
Those can be gold mines for showing your skills.
Absolutely. Those experiences are valuable.
So what kind of examples would really highlight your leadership potential?
Think about how you approach those collaborations.
Okay.
Did you communicate goals and expectations clearly?
Yeah.
Did you motivate team members?
Yeah.
Did you resolve conflicts effectively?
It's about managing people, not just tasks.
That's it.
And you can always mention professional development courses you've taken.
Oh, good point.
On team management or communication.
That shows initiative.
It does, it does.
And a commitment to growth.
Okay, ready for the final question?
Bring it on.
This one's all about conflict resolution.
Ooh, that's always interesting.
How do you handle conflicts or challenges that arise during the design process?
This feels inevitable in any creative field.
Right.
You've got different visions, tight deadlines.
Yeah.
Unexpected obstacles.
It's a recipe for potential clashes.
It can be.
So this question is about showing that you can stay calm under pressure, approach disagreements professionally, and find solutions that work for everyone.
It's a valuable skill.
So how do we convince them that we're not conflict avoidant,
Right.
but rather conflict competent?
Start by emphasizing clear, respectful communication.
Okay.
Explain that you'd actively listen to everyone's perspective, try to understand their needs and concerns, and find common ground.
That makes sense.
You can mention specific conflict resolution techniques.
Like what?
Like active listening, mediation, compromise.
Good examples.
It shows you've thought about this.
And don't forget to highlight your ability to stay objective.
Oh, that's crucial.
And focus on finding the best solution for the project and the client.
Yeah, sometimes you have to put your ego aside
and
do what's best for everyone.
Sometimes conflict can actually be a good thing.
It can.
Right? If it leads to creative solutions and stronger relationships.
Exactly.
The key is to approach it constructively.
With a positive mindset.
Wow, this has been such a comprehensive deep dive into interior planner interview prep.
It has. We've covered a lot of ground.
We have, from understanding the role to tackling those tricky interview questions.
Yeah, we really got into the nitty-gritty.
But before we wrap up,
I
want to circle back to our secret weapon.
Ooh.
RoleCatcher.
It's a game changer.
It is. It is.
For anyone going through the job search, especially the interview part.
Their AI tools are amazing.
They really are.
They can analyze your responses, give you feedback, and even help you practice with video recording.
Like having a personal coach.
And their career guide.
Oh, don't forget about that.
It's full of info about the interior planner career path.
Yeah, industry trends, portfolio tips.
It's a one-stop shop for everything you need.
It really is.
Well, on that note, it's time for us to say goodbye for now. But before we do, I want to leave you with a little inspiration.
Please do.
Remember, landing a job as an interior planner, it's about more than just acing an interview.
It is.
It's about finding a career that, aligns with your passions, your skills, and your desire to create spaces that inspire.
Yeah, beautifully said.
So keep honing your craft, keep learning, and keep that design spark alive.
Love it.
To all our aspiring interior planners out there, we're cheering you on.
They are.
Until next time.
See ya.
Happy designing.
Bye. Okay, so we were talking about how to manage client expectations throughout the design process.
Right.
And I think one of the most important things is being upfront about potential challenges.
Okay.
Like even during that initial consultation, you can say something like, hey, sometimes we run into unexpected issues, like material back orders or construction delays.
Right.
But if that happens, I'll communicate with you every step of the way.
So it's like setting those expectations early on.
Exactly.
So they know what to expect. And they know you're on top of things.
It builds trust and confidence.
Definitely. Definitely.
And speaking of unexpected issues, this next question kind of touches on that.
Okay.
What is your experience managing a team of designers and contractors?
Oh, a team management question.
Yeah, this one's all about leadership.
So how do we answer this one, even if we haven't had like a formal management role before?
Well, think about anytime you've collaborated with others, even in school, group projects, or volunteer work, where you had to coordinate tasks and delegate responsibilities.
Those experiences are super valuable.
They are.
They show you can work with a team.
Exactly.
So what kind of specific examples would really impress them?
Talk about how you communicated effectively. How you motivated team members, how you resolved conflicts.
Right, showing you can handle those tricky situations.
Yeah, and you can even mention any professional development courses you've taken.
Oh, good point, like on leadership or team management.
That shows you're invested in growing those skills.
And you know what? RoleCatcher can help you practice your answer to this question too.
Really?
Yeah, their AI can analyze your response, give you feedback on your delivery.
That's so helpful.
And even suggest ways to tailor it to the specific job you're applying for.
Wow, that's incredible.
Okay, ready for the last question.
Bring it on.
This one's a doozy.
All right, let's hear it.
How do you handle conflicts or challenges that arise during the design process?
Ooh, yeah, conflict resolution.
Right. This feels like something that happens on pretty much every project.
Oh, definitely.
You've got different personalities, tight deadlines, unexpected problems.
It's a recipe for conflict.
So how do we show them we can handle it?
The key is to demonstrate that you can approach conflict constructively.
Okay.
Start by emphasizing clear communication. Right.
Explain that you'd listen to everyone's perspective, try to understand their needs and concerns, and find a solution that works for everyone.
So it's about being a mediator, not a dictator.
Exactly.
And it's about staying calm and professional, even when things get heated.
Keep your cool and focus on finding the best solution for the project.
And for the client, ultimately.
Yep, it's all about the client in the end.
And remember, sometimes conflict can lead to positive outcomes.
That's true.
You know, it can spur creativity, strengthen relationships.
If you handle it the right way.
Exactly. So don't be afraid of it.
Embrace the challenge.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
But before we wrap up,
I
want to circle back to RoleCatcher one last time.
They've been a great resource.
They really have. Their platform is amazing for, not just interview prep, but also exploring different career paths.
Yeah, and their AI tools are really something else.
They can give you personalized feedback, help you tailor your answers to specific jobs.
And even help you practice with video recording.
It's like having a personal coach in your pocket.
So if you're serious about landing your dream job,
definitely check out RoleCatcher.
I highly recommend it.
Me too. It's about showing them that you can handle those tough conversations with clients.
Right, like a pro.
So you could say something like,
Yeah.
If a conflict arises, I always start by listening carefully to everyone involved.
Okay.
I want to make sure I understand their perspective and their concerns.
So it's about empathy.
Yeah, definitely.
Really hearing them out.
Exactly. Then what? Then you can talk about finding a solution that works for everyone.
Okay.
Maybe it's a compromise, maybe it's coming up with a new idea altogether.
But the key is to find a solution.
And to keep the project moving forward.
And keep the client happy.
Exactly.
Wow. We've really covered a lot of ground today.
We have. It's been a great deep dive.
So much good stuff from RoleCatcher's resources.
I know. They have so much to offer.
If you're thinking about a career as an interior planner,
or even if you're just looking for some career inspiration,
definitely check out RoleCatcher.
You won't regret it.
All right, that's it for today's deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
It was great having you. To all our listeners out there, keep designing, keep creating, and keep chasing those dreams.
And remember, RoleCatcher is there to help you every step of the way.
Until next time.
See ya.
Happy designing.